in with Sean Lucas. Sean, you're the bicycle guy these days. What does that mean for perhaps listeners who have been under a rock and don't know what you've been up to?
We may be under the same rock. First, I want to say thank you to the river and to you for having me in today and spreading a positive message. So,
absolutely.
Anyway, so what does the bike thing mean? This year, we've had the opportunity to build 74 bicycles for needy kids. We donated 71 of those to Toys for Tots, Lewis B. Puller Division here in the Shenandoah Valley. And we were also able to donate two to a needy family at the Front Royal Moose Lodge, who was instrumental in getting this done for us this year. We used their space. They donated money. Other organizations like the Front Royal Little League, they donated. It was great. And, of course, one more needy kid that we found after we were done donating to Toys for Tots. So we got to buy one more bike to get us to 74.
Oh, man, that gives me such a good feeling. And a lot of people, I guess, found out about you because of Facebook.
Yes, ma'am. It actually started on Facebook. Well, and it goes back way further than last year, but for the purposes of this year's drive, last year I bought a bike for my 11-year-old, who's 10 at the time. Mm-hmm. I bought it on Walmart.com. They sent me 2. I tried to give it back, and they wouldn't take it. They said that they'd never sent it to me. So I went on Facebook, and I asked for a needy kid. I got 8. Mm-hmm. So we bought 7 more bikes, and we gave away 8 bikes last year. Nikki and I were shopping earlier. Nikki's my fiance, and we went out shopping, and I said, I wonder if I can do better. And this all started from the question, I wonder if I can do better.
That is such a cool story. Now, if we fast forward, and we don't have a ton of time here, but you did this years ago, and then you kind of got busy with some other things, so it kind of fell into your lap by chance this second time around, but it sounds like you plan to make this an annual thing.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I was fortunate enough to be in the newspaper yesterday, a great story written by the Northern Virginia Daily, and at the end, he asked me, he said, are you going to do this again? And I said, as long as I don't die in a fiery crash, yeah. And that ended up being translated into not making any promises. So, yes, we're going to do it again. As long as I can stay out of that fiery crash, we're going to do this. And there's so many good people that have stepped up to donate time, money, people at the Moose Lodge building bikes, Adventurous 4x4 out of Hagerstown donated pizza. My heart exploded, and it's still, I just don't know what to say to all the people who stepped up to help us out.
Well, I do think, now I just moved to this community after having lived on both sides of it, both Rappahannock and Frederick County for most of my life, but there are some really wonderful, caring people in the town of Front Royal and in Warren County, and to think that a child might not get a gift at Christmas, especially something as cool as a bike, and every kid needs a bike, I think just knowing about the program, a lot of people will be wanting to step up.
Well, people ask me a lot. They say, why bikes? Right? Why not footballs and soccer balls, something that gets them out and playing? And the answer is pretty straightforward. A bicycle, and I've said this before, a bicycle is the first taste of freedom a kid gets. It's, you don't remember your first football or your first soccer ball, but you remember your first bike. Freedom is something that countries are founded on and people die for. And kids' first taste of it is a bike.
And that is a cool way to end the story. It's a taste of freedom, and so many people in this community are grateful for the work that you've done, and we certainly will be glad to spread the word, and I guarantee you that before next Christmas rolls around, you and I will spend some time together. But thank you again for everything that you've done for the community, for those 74 children, and I have a feeling that this is not going to go anywhere except bigger and better. So
thank you for your time.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. That was Sean Lucas, who managed to gather 74 new bikes for needy children in the area. And coming up after the break, where we will take a look at stocks with Edward Jones Investments, and we'll get a road construction report. We will be visiting with Tim Smith, now that I remember the rest of his name, shame on me, because it's Tourism Tuesday. We'll be back with all of that coming up after this.